Welcome back. So now we will do one end-to-end exercise like kind of functional testing. We will develop one complete flow and then we will use that script in our framework development. Okay, so let's build one fresh script and take that script forward and make all modifications required for upcoming sections. We will use that specific test for our framework. So let me use this website again. Till now we have confined ourselves to this form only, right? So now let's try to shop by selecting this link, and here I want to select the product. Click on add. So here we should be little smart because I do want to select, let's say, only BlackBerry item. So you have to write a code such a way that it should add to the cart only BlackBerry product, and BlackBerry product may display here, here or here, doesn't matter. So you should be intelligent enough to figure out that, and then you have to select the product and then check out and make sure the product is here, and then you will reach this page. Here you need to type the country where you want to get it delivered. Let's say if you select India, and then you need to agree the terms and conditions and purchase. After that you get this success message. So let's develop this flow, and then we will continue using this test for our further sections in framework. Okay, so everything is easy. Only tricky part here is to identify the BlackBerry, and thereafter only selecting that specific product is little tricky, but you guys have done a number of examples on that. So let's try to achieve that script. So let me go back to my editor and create a new test, new Python file. I would say E2E test. Nice. So here let me start with a basic details. Where did we define that? Locators. Yeah. Okay, so nice. So let's wrap up this test very quick, because by now we are familiar with all the locators and all the techniques of Selenium. So we are just doing one end-to-end exercise for refreshment before we proceed to framework lectures. Okay, so we have anchor A, class and href attribute. So you have a number of ways now to select the shop button. What do you want to go? Let's go with CSS with href attribute. Let me try to write that CSS. A href. I would put regular expression shop, one element matching, driver dot find element with CSS selector, and then click it. Okay, thereafter now there is little logic involved. So basically I have to first verify which card have a text of BlackBerry. Okay, this could be here, here or here, anytime. We don't know which order this products will display. Okay, there is not mandatory that it every times display here. So now how do you write a logic? One thing is that we need to loop through this products and see which have the title. Okay, you can actually write an one find elements plural to actually get that card title, and you can loop it to text to verify if it is BlackBerry text or not. Fine, but after you verify, how do you click on this add button? Okay, that is the key point here. It's easy to tell which product have BlackBerry. You can simply scan by writing find elements. Now for example, h4 dot card title, this is the CSS slash a. If you want to traverse from parent to child using CSS, you got all the 4 elements. So you can simply write driver dot find elements plural with CSS, and you can use for loop and then use dot text to see which one have BlackBerry. Cool. But add button, you for which card you have to guess first, and for that specific card only you have to click add button. So that is little tricky. You can actually traverse from here to here just like the way I explained um, in that green card exercises. Let me show that. Yeah. So you can use logic something like this, because in that website also, first of all we identified a button. From that button we went back and identified that text of that product. Similarly, now we need to identify the product first, and based upon that you have to go to button. So this is the one way we already seen, right? Let me show one another way to accomplish it with simple locators. So here we have little complicated locator like parent. I purposefully gave this because I do want to show you how that parent traverse works. But now let me show something different. So do not rely on either text or button. First grab this entire product. Now if you see that this class div class equals to card h-100, when you spy this, the entire product is being selected, isn't it? So let's write XPath of it first. / div the right class equals to, come on, this went away. Crowpath guys have to improve this. Right, all the 4 products. So how many products you have in that page, everything will be selected, right? Okay, let's do that first. Driver dot find elements by XPath, and then all these are products. Now for product, in products, right, now when you actually extract one by one, for first iteration this product will be selected, right? So when this first product is selected, now let's write XPath to move to this iPhone X subject. Okay, the subject of the title is here. Right now you are here. How can you move to this point? First you have to come to its parent. You see that from here you have to come to this div and then h4 to get class title. Okay, /div /h4/a, because actual iPhone X is present in anchor A. We are just doing parent child traverse. Hit and enter, and you see that iPhone X, all the titles are selected. So what we understood from here, we already have this XPath, right? We already got this XPath, and now in the product it will iterate through all these XPaths. So in the first iteration this is ready for iPhone X. This is the extra one, isn't it? So you can simply say product dot. When you say product dot, this is nothing but product now. Let me copy this. We already saw a similar example of this. Okay, now we know that for every iteration one product will be retrieved, which is nothing but this is product now. All this web element is stored in this here. Now on this let's apply extension of remaining XPath. So that means product dot find element by XPath, and now write the remaining one like /div h4/a. So when you write like this, search starts from this point only. Okay, sorry, this / not required, because when you are starting from the middle you should not give this. When you give / that will start from the top of the HTML. Right now you want to start search from that specific product only at this from this point, right? So you can remove this. So basically this XPath is nothing but this XPath. Okay. Now if you will get dot text and let's print this. Now what happens? So every time it iterates, and each iteration it will take the new product, so it will reach this. For next iteration it will open the second card and it will reach this class. Okay, card product will be that. Now on this again, if you apply div h4a, then it will try to find out div h4a, and what is that? Samsung Note. So like this, when you run this code, now for every product it will go to that specific text and we are printing it so that it should print in the output. So all the titles of the cards should display in the output. So that's the goal. Let's see. Okay, execution is done and you see that all the products are displayed in the output. Good. So now our condition is that not all products we need to handle. Only if when product name is BlackBerry, then only you have to add that item to cart. That is our requirement. So let's take the text whatever we retrieved into one variable and we say it as product name. Okay, if product name equals to BlackBerry, then only perform or add item into cart. So in our next lecture, let's complete this code. Only when product name is BlackBerry, for that specific card you should now come and click on this. Let's see how to do that. Okay, thank you.